and you can no longer win the game, buddy. Oh, they had Born Upon a win too. I was cooked if that was actually I was actually cooked. I was actually cooked if I didn't draw that mana drain. Hello everyone, it's your favorite Beanstalk bargainer. I'm the control guy and I'm back with another video for you guys. Sorry, it's been a minute since I've recorded a video. I've been quite busy and I'm still going to be very busy, so this video is going to be one video in the middle and then it's going to be another week with no videos. I'm really sorry, I really do apologize for that. I'm just quite busy right now, IRL, but that's okay. I'm fine. I'll just have to work through my stuff and then there'll be more videos for you guys again. That being said, speaking of videos, let's get right into this one. We're playing some Sultai. Let's go. Alright, so it's kind of late at night right now, so I'm gonna have to speak a little silent. So sorry that you're getting the ASMR control guy voice. That being said, we're playing some Sultai beans. Well, I called it Sultai beans because originally this list did have 4 Up the Beanstalk in it. Ended up going all the way down to 2 copies just because Sultai has so many good cards that I didn't really need the Beanstalk. That being said, this list is using the synergy of Up the Beanstalk with Rakshas's Bargain. Rakshas's Bargain is an instant speed spell that lets you look at the top 4 cards of your library, choose 2, put them in your hand, and the other 2 go into the graveyard. Pretty good stuff. You get to basically, you're always going to mill 2, draw 2 with this. It's draw 2, mill 2, but you get to choose which 2 cards you get, which 2 cards you draw. Really good in a deck that wants to leverage Uro. Just overall pretty good, honestly. When you're playing Uro with Witherbloom Command, and we're even playing one copy of Glacierwood Siege, which is a spicy new card from Dragonstorm. Yeah, this is just a nice combo. And then because this is colored and 2, colored and 2, colored and 2, this is a 6 mana cost spell when you actually cast it, regardless if you pay the 3 mana or not. So it triggers Up the Beanstalk, so you draw an extra card if you have a Beanstalk in play. If you have 2 Beanstalks in play, you draw 2 extra cards, and then this just becomes Giga Card advantage. The other reason I like this card is because when you mana drain and you get like 3 colorless mana up to 4 colorless mana, you can actually pay the 2 mana instead of the colored mana for this, so you can actually utilize your mana drain mana pretty well with this. It's also a blue card for Commandeer and a green card for Endurance. That being said, we're playing 3 0-cost answers for Oopsal spells. We're playing 1 Surgical Extraction, 1 Endurance, and 1 Commandeer. Chances of us actually having these in our opening hand against not show and tell Oopsal spells. Against Oopsal spells is not very high, but it's good to have these answers in your deck. I have a more try-hard version of this deck as well that runs 4 Commandeers and 2 Surgicals instead. But I don't want to be overboarding on like these free answers that don't really do much in other matchups. So yeah, that's what we're playing those. The reason I went down to 2 beans is that apart from Bargain, my only other card that triggers Up the Beanstalk was Murderous Cut and Commandeer, so you don't really get many Beanstalk draws. So Beanstalk oftentimes would just be kind of a dead permanent on the battlefield. Obviously Beanstalk itself is never really dead because you cast it draws a card, so that's not bad. But I just felt like I don't need 3, I don't need 4. I started with 4, I went down to 3, then I went down to 2, just because having something like an Assassin's Trophy in the main deck, or a Sheoldred's Edict in the main deck, or I don't know, one of Tamiyo. These are just cards that I wanted more than the 3rd or 4th Beanstalk. And yeah, obviously we have Glacierwood Siege, which is a cool card, never explained it. Basically when it enters battlefield, you choose Timo or Sultai. If you choose Timo, which you basically never do in this deck, you can mill players whenever you cast instant sorceries. This could be like kind of like a pseudo win condition. You can mill people out with this in theory if the game goes super long, but I don't think you're ever going to cast it on Teamer. You can do it on Teamer if you really want to mill yourself as well for Uro, but I don't think that's ever really a thing you want to do because your deck already puts so many cards in the graveyard. You're always going to cast it on Sultai. Sultai makes it so you can play lands from the graveyard. So yeah, that's just cool. You really like that in the Sultai deck. Basically, if a fetch lands in the graveyard and you have this in play, you're never missing a land drop for the rest of the game. And then we have a little bit of tech here as well. We have Ghost Quarter, which is our wasteland at home. But basically, it destroys a land and its opponent searches the library for the basic land within the battlefield. If they have no basic lands because they're playing neutral spells, or if they're out of basic lands because we've done this enough times, they will just not be able to search for anything. And then because it sacrifices itself, you play it from the graveyard and boom, you got a late game loop where you just keep playing it over and over and over again. And yeah, other than that, we're just a Sultai good stuff deck, just straight up, just got some Thoughtseizes, got some Fatal Pushes. We'll win with Uro and Oko. You can also flash in an Endurance as a creature if you really want to. Endurance is mainly just graveyard hate. And when we mill ourselves too much, we can Endurance ourselves to refill our library. That's also something we can do. And that's pretty much it. We got some clean answers like Witherbloom Command, Assassin's Trophy, and Meathook Massacre is just a nice sweeper that can also trigger up the Beanstalk if you pay 3 mana into it. And that's pretty much it. I think Damnation is too good to not play. You could play, you could either play another Meathook, you could play something like, what was the other black stupid we play? You could play Extinction Event instead, but I think Damnation is just that good that you just want to play it. It just destroys all creatures, right? So that's just what you want to do. And then, yeah, you could also play Toxic Deluge. That's another one you could play if you really want to. But I think that life total is super important, and when you want to just kill a bunch of big creatures, you'd rather have this. And then Meathook Massacre is also something that can just, you know, gain you some life by killing creatures. So yeah, that's why you want to have that. This deck kind of struggles against people who go wide though. Even if you do have these 2 sweepers in the deck, it's kind of not, you're not always going to find them. We're not as good at dealing with Boros energy than a white aligned control deck would be. We're very good at people who just want to stick one threat though, because we'll always have spot removal. Like we have a similar spot removal that we will always be able to kill a singular threat, but we're not great against people who just want to go wide super quickly. With that being said, yeah, that's pretty much the deck. Let's jump right into the video. Right, there's not much more to explain, right? Just some niche stuff. You can cycle your Zagoth Triome and then play it from the graveyard with Glacierwood Siege, or you can like use your Boseiju and play it from the graveyard. Just some niche stuff, but nothing too crazy over here. Just a pretty stable package. Rakshasa's Bargain is a really cool engine card, and I think if you're playing Sultai, you should play at least 1 copy of this. I think it's just that good. Obviously, it's our replacement here for the One Ring. It's just it's faster cards in one go, but then obviously over the long term, it doesn't give you as much card advantage because the One Ring just keeps drawing you cards. But then again, this one doesn't hurt you, so that's always an upside. But yeah, pitches to blue, pitches to green, casts goes off with Up the Beanstalk, and can be played with mana drain mana. Just overall good stuff, to be honest. And then obviously, say you Rakshasas, you see 4 cards. You see a mana drain, a land, an Uro, and I don't know, anything else. You just take what you want, put the Uro straight into the graveyard, and you just win the game from there. Super good. Anyway, let's jump right into the games. Against Zeus 12. Well, we have a nice hand. Got Tamiyo turn 1 into open mana drain. I'll take that. Start with a green. Maybe I should have started with a black so they bluff. So I bluff Demir control. Right now I'm bluffing Band control. See if they have the removal spell on turn 1. But this is a really good like start. Oh no, they just go for the straight up Ocelot Pride. Okay, that's really bad for me. But I do have Damnation in hand. Oh wait, that's really good. That is insane. That's insane. That's this insane top deck. Okay. Because now Ocelot Pride isn't going to gain life. Because it's not going to deal damage. That's what a top deck. Holy shit. That's crazy. If I draw a Fatal Push here, that's even better. What could they even have? Solitude? Pitch Solitude? Okay, they have to pitch a Solitude. I'll take that. Interesting that they're playing Solitude main deck though. That's interesting to me. Oh, but I did find the Fatal Push. Okay, I found the Fatal Push either way, but I'm going to miss a land drop next turn. That sucks. That sucks. Don't like that, I'm missing a land drop. That's fine. Let's see what they do here. They're an interesting deck. Thoughtseize me. Okay, well, I guess I'll Fatal Push you. Should have had an Uro in hand, but they're going to take the mana drain anyway. They're going to take the drain anyway. There's no way they take anything but the mana drain. Maybe they take the Damnation. We'll see. They should take the mana drain. Oh, they take Oko. Wow. Okay, interesting. Double thought. No double Thoughtseize. Okay, cool. Okay, sure. You, mate. Orzhov. Are they just fully Orzhov? Why are they playing Solitude? Oh, Ephemerate. Okay, so they're Orzhov Scam. That's why they're playing Solitude, because they want to scam Solitudes then. Well, you know I have a mana drain. Burning a Nightmare? Hell no. Hell no. Okay. This is one of those moments that I meant, right? Look, I can now just I can just do that and play my Rakshasas. I can take this and cut, I think. I think I'm gonna take cut, yeah. Just so I can have a cut if I need it. If I need to, I can cut something here. Hard cost grief. Well, that's gonna take my... That's gonna take either cut or damnation. I'm gonna cut it. I think I'm gonna Murderous Cut here. I'm gonna... Here I wish I had a green black land. But I'm gonna shock this in. I'm gonna Murderous Cut this thing. I'm gonna exile one of the bargains, exile the Oko, exile Brainstorm. Then to take my Damnation. Okay. I draw Surgical. That is interesting. I think I hold Surgical for a bit. I don't think I want to just cast it. Because they're totally going to, like, try to bring back a Grief or something, right? They're totally going to try to reanimate a Grief, right? Drive of Souls. Into land. Okay. Oh, that's an Uro.
Crimson Star's tossing us all over the place. Don't get me wrong, I'd never say no to an adventure, but I think
what do I want to keep in the graveyard? Oh,
Enough.
There's out. Never mind. There I'm just thinking what I want to keep in the graveyard. Let me just explain real quick. So I need to exile 5 cards here. If I exile everything but the Damnation, I only have 1 Mystic Sanctuary in the graveyard, so I don't need to exile the Damnation. If I exile everything but the Sanctuary, then it doesn't really matter that I have the Sanctuary because there's no spells in my graveyard. The Sanctuary, the reason I would want to keep it is because of Glacierwood Siege, right? But yeah, they just leave anyway, sure. I was going to wait for them to like reanimate something and then just Surgical it out the deck. Yeah, this game was looking pretty bad for them anyway. Yeah, GG. Yeah, I think you should just be playing regular Orzhov or Mardu Energy and not Scam. I don't think the Scam package is actually going to be good. But yeah, well, who knows? I go first. My hand is alright. It's not horrible. Yeah, I think I like my hand. I'll keep this one. I'll lean on Hedge Maze, see if I can find another land. I could get... I think Brainstorm is fine, because at the worst I can Tamiyo Storm. I don't think I want a Tamiyo Storm, though. I think I want to just resolve Up the Beanstalk. If they have Spell Pierce, so be it. Then next turn I can Tamiyo Storm with a land drop. Okay, Demonic Tutor. Not bad. Like, I don't want to just Tamiyo Storm into a Fatal Push, right? That's not great for me. Thoughtseize me? Sure. It's not even that good here. I have a bunch of removal. They could take Tamiyo, I guess. Thoughtseize kind of just helps me here. It fills my graveyard. We're playing against what's probably going to be Dimir Frog or something. If I draw a land, I can DT for Thoughtseize. I'm gonna give him a thinking emote. No, it's not their fault. This is actually a hard Thoughtseize, because what the hell do you take here? I have a redundant removal. I have Tamiyo, which is not really something you want to take. I have Brainstorm to fix my hand, yeah. He's gonna take the Demonic Tutor, fair enough. Oh, I drew the land. Well, he probably has removal for Tamiyo, right? I'll do it anyway. Oh, that's fine. Tamiyo Storm. Like, he has to, like, remove Tamiyo here. I'm fine with that. That shock fatal push. The reason I'm fine with this is because I get to. Oh nope, that's not a fatal push. Are you gonna spell pierce me? Oh wait, is this? Oh, he's playing show and tell. I've lost. Oops. I lost. He's playing show and tell. Oops. For some reason, I thought he's on Demir control. I didn't even fathom that he might be playing show and tell. That is pretty bad for me. Yeah, he's just on show and tell with spell pierces. Okay, that is. Thank God he didn't win the game here. He could have easily just won. Okay, now I'm looking for something else. I mean, I have Assassin's Trophy though. I have Trophy up, so that's not bad. But I'm looking for a counterspell here. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So now I'm looking for, like, what am I looking for? Surgical, Thoughtseize, all the control cards, not the removal cards. That's a long assemble the team. Make up your mind, buddy. I'm looking for all my control cards, like Counterspells, Thoughtseize, Surgical Extraction, all those cards. That's what I'm looking for here. Undercity Sewers. Thoughtseize would be nice here. A land. A land isn't bad, but I think I can bin a land. I think I'd rather bin a land than try to draw something. Like, it doesn't really matter if I miss land drops or not. Like, if this was control, I would love a land there. Boseiju. Boseiju is okay, but it's not great. Boseiju can't be countered, that's the good thing. So, yeah. If he goes for a, for an Omniscience, Boseiju is pretty good. I'll put in Uro, and with the trigger on the stack, I will use Boseiju to kill their Omniscience, which will hopefully work. Boseiju plays around Veil of Summer as well, that's why I'm going for that. Thoughtseize me. That's fine. Can't Thoughtseize Boseiju. Yep, takes a Assassin's Trophy, that's fair enough. Because yeah, that beats a show and tell here. What else you got? Oh, he's gonna dig through time, okay, sure. Tamiyo is actually really nice here. I get to recruit cards every turn until I can maybe Thoughtseize them. One less for legendary creature, so it doesn't cost one less for a planeswalker. Alright, let's see how this goes. Let's have a land drop this turn, yep. Draw a card. Oh, land. Mana Drain is a good one. I like a Mana Drain. I can Mana Drain and Boseiju. That's really nice. I'm in an okay spot here. Gets countered. Now I want to find Surgical. That's a fatal push. Land? Oh, not that land. I was hoping for like a fetch land. Oh, I found the Surgical. Holy shit. I found it. Okay. Pay 2 life. Transform Tamiyo. Plus Tamiyo. Pay this with life. Take out their show and tells. And you can no longer win the game, buddy. Oh, they had Born Upon a win too. I was cooked if I was actually cooked. I was actually cooked if I didn't draw that Mana Drain. Holy shit. I was cooked. They had the Born Upon a Wind. So I would have. So they would have put in Omniscience, and in response to my Uro trigger, I would have Boseiju'd, and then they would have just brought upon a window in response, and then I would have lost. So yeah, damn, they actually had it if I didn't draw the mana drain. And then obviously I drew Surgical. I was hoping to draw a fetch land because any fetch land would have done it there. Because fetch land would have been fetch what's that card called? Fetch Mystic Sanctuary. Put Demonic Tutor Battle Talk, Demonic Tutor for surgical paying life to get the Omniscience out of their deck. And they are just on they have the Fair of Wishes. Oh, they're on the Hullbreaker horror deck. No, but they're playing Spell Pierce. That's so weird. So bad. Veil of Summer is always better than Spell Pierce, right? In Show and Tell? I don't know. I feel like Veil of Summer is always better. These Show and Tell decks these days, they're not even playing... Oh, they are playing Masterminds, okay. Why are you playing Masterminds and Fail Wishes? That's so weird, dude. That is so weird. Oh well. We won. GG. Alright. Round goes first. We have Commandeer, no blue cards. And an awkward mana base, but 2 Beanstalks. Is this a keep? I'll try it. It's probably not a keep, to be honest. Because we can't activate Commandeer. If we draw run of blue cards, this might be good, but... I don't know, man. If this was Endurance, this would be so much better. Just having 2 blue cards in hand is just so bad compared to Force of Will, where you only need 1 blue card in hand. They're mulligan to 5. Do they have lands in their deck? They do not, so they're just going to go for a turn 1 win. Wish I had 2 blue cards, that would be sick. I could just do that back to him and then he just loses the game on the spot, but... Well... At least that's a mana drain, but I have a feeling that he's going to go off on turn 2 here. I have a feeling that's what his hand does, and that's why he Thoughtseize me on turn 1. Never mind. Never mind, we're winning this game. Let's go. Well, it's winnable. We're not winning, but it's winnable. Oh, also Ghost Quarter is fucking Stone Rain, I just realized. That's cool. Sorin, Dark Ritual, Charbelcher. Nope. Concede? Nope, he wants to keep playing. Okay. What do I even play here? Do I play Beanstalk or Uro? I think I play Beanstalk. Yeah, you don't play basics, buddy. Alright, 1 card in hand. So this would have to be a Dark Ritual, and they have to top deck Sorin into Elenda. This could be a black card, and then they could Grief. No, I don't see it. I don't see how they can win off of this. Yeah, they need a couple hits in a row. Yeah, I'll play Tamiyo and Beanstalk. Life Total doesn't matter here. Life Total is completely irrelevant. I have a mana drain down there. So if they don't do anything this turn, I'm fine. This has to be Dark Ritual, Sorin, Elenda. His hand has to be, the top of his deck had to be perfect. He had to be Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! Believing in the heart of the cards and drawing the perfect sequence of cards to win from here. Okay. I was gonna say. Alright. I think from here it's straightforward. I don't think it's losable from here. It'd be very weird if I lost from here. Like, this one should be a wrap. Like they would now like it's like getting too much. They have to have like they have to have Thoughtseize land Dark Ritual Sorin Elendo or Thoughtseize land. Like it's just getting too much here. I don't think they can. I actually don't want to draw these. So. I'm not playing this Uro because I don't want to accidentally not have mana drain up. That's actually good against them. I can do that on the end step and they can't fetch another land, so that's good for them. That's good. That's a Stone Rain. You can also break you can also break thingy. You can break the Mox. Dark Ritual, sure. Into what? Sorin, counted. Yep. Oh, Demonic, nice. Demonic is nice. I like Demonic here. It's Demonic. I'm gonna Demonic for...
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
I don't know exactly. It's pretty much over from there. Because I'm not even gonna draw with... Actually, I could Demonic for a mana drain and then draw half my deck with Tamiyo. That's probably better. Demonic for mana drain, draw half my deck with Tamiyo. Yeah. Demonic for mana drain, blow up their land or their Chrome Mox. Oh, I could even put them into 0 mana this turn if I Demonic for... If I Demonic for Glacierwood Siege... If I Demonic for Siege, where is it? Where is the card? If I Demonic for Glacierwood Siege, I choose Sultai. I can play my Ghost Quarter from the graveyard, blow up their land, use Boseiju. Oh, I don't have a legendary. I don't have a legendary. So I can't actually do that this turn. Okay, well, oh well. And we're back for the post-game chat. Quite the short video today. Games are pretty quick. That being said, this deck feels pretty good. I think Rakshasa Bargain is definitely the card you want to be playing in Sultai control. Me personally, I don't really play a lot of Sultai control on my own. I like it. I don't play it a lot because you get a lot of cool stuff with Black Alliance control. You get Thoughtseize, you get the Surgical Extraction main deck, you get Demonic Tutor, restricted card. Like you get a lot of cool stuff with Black Alliance control decks, and now you get Rakshasa Bargain, you get Sheoldred's Edict. These are all really good cards. But I think I still barely prefer. I still prefer White Alliance blue control decks. Like I like my Azorius, my Jeskai, my Bant a little too much. Even Esper, I think I prefer Sultai over Esper. I'll say that. I prefer Sultai over Esper, but yeah, I just think Sultai. It's kind of hard to figure out your game plan in Sultai because what am I actually beating here? Like I lose to people who go wide, and I lose to people who just go over the top, right? Because my top end game plan is attacking you with Uro while I have Rakshasa Bargain, draw cards, right? I will just lose to anyone who just slams a One Ring with that I can't counter, or someone who like just hastes a Flage or something. I'm just gonna lose to that, right? And I lose to like obviously combo if I can't counter their spells. I feel like this deck is like the deck that's missing Force of Will and Murktide Region. If you had an actual aggressive game plan with this deck, where your top end is just having Force of Will and Up the Beanstalk, and then you have the black cards to like pick your opponent apart, that will be amazing. In timeless right now, I don't think this deck is quite there yet. We're missing a few key cards, and it's just better to be White Alliance. You get Swords to Plowshares and Wrath of the Skies in white. That's just so much better than anything that this deck wants to do against creatures. Obviously, you're better in the control mirror because you have Thoughtseize, but I don't know. I feel like White Alliance is still the way to go at the moment. But yeah, I do like Sultai a lot, and I think Sultai is a very like underrated control wedge. I just think that White Alliance is usually better. That being said, I don't know about the one-off Commandeer. I don't think I need it in this deck. Honestly, it doesn't feel that good. If I had to change deck, I think I'd take out a Commandeer and maybe go up anything else. Maybe up to a second Tamiyo or something. Because the one-off Commandeer just feels too inconsistent. You just don't have the blue cards in your hand for it on turn 1. If it was Force of Will, that'd be amazing. I'd have 4, but again, it's not. So yeah, you gotta see what you like. I like Glacierwood Siege, especially against Usul spells when you counter their first play. and they think they can just keep the game going, it just puts a lid on the game with Ghost Quarter, because it just locks them out of the game. That being said, yeah, pretty good deck. And yeah, that's all from me pretty much. Let's open an MH3 pack and end the video. I've got another Modern Horizons 3 pack. Back to Modern Horizons 3 packs because obviously I want to complete the set. It's just kind of like my little project. I want to complete MH3. And yeah, I have all the cards I want from Dragonstorm. I have my 4 Ugins. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I gotta go to bed. But yeah, let's open it up. See, let's get a mythic. Nope, that's not a mythic. All good though, all good though. What are these cards? Alright. I didn't even know that had a sound effect in the game. Dreamtide Whale, Vanishing. When a player casts a second spell, each turn proliferate. So you get to keep a 3 mana 7/5. Is that good? Is that good? 3 mana 7/5? I don't know. I don't think that's good, to be honest. I don't think so. I'd rather have like something like Halo Forager, if that makes sense. But yeah, pretty bad pack, to be honest. But then again, we're gonna open the stinkers, because if I just check real quick, we are very close to MH3 set completion. We're very, very close. We have all the commons, all the uncommons. We need 2 more rares. Wait, is that like out of all of the rares? Wait, let's do that quickly. Let's do that quickly. Hold on. Oh, no, it's not. Damn it. So there's 2... That means there's 2 rares that I don't have a single one of. That's what that means. So, not collected. Yeah. Storm and Esther's Invocation. I don't like doing this. I really don't like doing this. This is such a waste of money, but look, man, my OCD needs it. Alright, now if we go back to profile. What? Are you joking? What? It was on 76. What the heck? I swear to God, it was on 70. What? Rare. Not collected. Are you fucking kidding me? Polluted Delta? It's the Polluted Delta. Are you joking? I have to craft a Polluted Delta, even though I have 4 Polluted Deltas. Are you fucking kidding me? I am not doing that. I'm not. As much as I want to complete the set, I am not doing that. I'm not crafting Polluted Delta. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I'm not crafting Polluted Delta. That is not worth it. That is not worth it. What's the mythic I'm missing, actually, while we're here? I'm only missing 1 mythic. As in, like... There's only 1 mythic I don't have. Mythic, not collected. MH3. Grist. I've not ever drawn a Grist? That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Grist is definitely the worst out of the flip walkers. It just takes too much to get Grist onto the battlefield, to flip Grist. It just takes too much. You need to return either Grist or another creature from your graveyard, and then you have to have a green mana to spare to flip it. And then your reward for that is making an insect, destroying an artifact or enchantment, and then copying all creatures in your graveyard. That's just not worth it. I think Grist's backside should have been way stronger, because it's so hard to actually flip Grist. You have to jump through so many hoops if you think about it. But oh well. Anyway, that's pretty much it for me. We are getting there with this set completion on MH3. It's looking pretty good. But that being said, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, you know the drill, or get all the YouTuber stuff. I'm the Control Guy, and without further ado, I don't think I have anything else to say, apart from the fact, obviously, that you're going to have to wait a little bit more for more uploads. In fact, I don't even know when this video is coming out. If I'm good, if I edit this tomorrow, it should be out by tomorrow or next tomorrow. But that's already like 9 days between videos, which is actually pretty bad. That's kind of killing my channel. Don't really want to do that. That being said, speed on my channel, you guys are amazing. You guys have been smashing the subscribe button a lot, and it's really helping me out. So really appreciate it. Once we hit 1,000 subs, I'm gonna like branch out, like do some more stuff for the channel as well. I'm gonna make a Discord. I'm gonna start like, you know, taking actual deck submissions and stuff. Like I might make a Patreon as well. I think once I hit 1,000, I'll take this whole YouTube thing more seriously, and I'll like start like leaning in and seeing what I can do to actually like make some money off YouTube and see if I can like substitute some of my IRL stuff so that I can actually like make more content for you guys and stuff. But that being said, I'll always stay true to playing control decks, and I'm the control guy. I bid you all farewell. Peace. Have a good night.